Hello, today I'm going to explain you critical path. What is critical path? Critical path is path on which any task, if it is going to be late, the whole project is going to be late. So basically, critical path determines the project duration, so the project finish date. You can see that I have here, for example, project with 3 modules, module 1, module 2, and module 3. Any of these modules have the same tasks: analysis, design, development, testing, and then the module is done. And how are they connected? You can see here on the right side. For example, analysis for module 2 can be started after analysis for module 1 is done here. But design of module 2 can be started after analysis of module 2 is done and after design of module 1 is done. So design of module 2 is determined by finish date of design by module 1 and analysis module 2. So, for example, test for module 3 is determined by finish date of development of module 3 and on the same time with testing and date of module 2. Okay, now, where is the critical path? You cannot see it here, but you can use different view. For that purpose, I'm going to the task, to the Gantt chart here, and I will click here, and I will see that I have a lot of views shown here. I'm going to choose more views, and I'm going to choose, you can scroll up and down, and I will choose Detail Gantt. When I choose a Detail Gantt, and apply it, I will see on my right side of this Gantt chart that all my tasks are either in blue or in red. Those tasks in red, if they are going to be late, if I extend their duration of any of those tasks which are marked red, the whole finish date will be postponed. So those red tasks are determined, determine the whole length of the project. So let me choose this task. Okay, design, you can see design module 2 has 3 days. Notice that project start is at 4th of April and end is at 25th of April. If I here on module 2, which is on critical path, which can be seen by this red task, red mark, if I put here just 1 day more, and after I hit enter key, I will see that this Monday will be changed on Tuesday. So now, let's see that let me give you another example. Here, develop module 3. Let's see, let me put it that it is 5 days. Now, here we have Tuesday, 26th, but now it's Thursday, 28th, because this test is 2 days longer. But what will happen? Now I will undo that. What will happen? What is these 8 days, 4 days, and 2 days? Those lines and those numbers are calling slack. So, for example, module 1, has 8 days slack. So, for example, if module 2 will be extended, and this is determined by this task, for, let's say, a few days more, up to 8 days, then the whole project will not be late. Let me give you an example here. We can here see that we have 2 days in design module number 3. And analysis of module number 3 as well is blue. What if I put here 4 days instead of 3? And if I hit enter, you will see once again the end date of the whole project is 25th of April. If I put here 4 days, the analysis will be 1 day longer. This slack will decrease for 1 day because they are on path, and the finish date of the whole project will not be extended. Why? Because those tasks are not on critical path. But let's say that I put development for module number 3 6 days and hit enter. I have here just 1 day of slack which is reserved, and if I put it here, sorry, wrong task, here, this, 2 days. If I put 6 days instead of 2, you will see that now this task, once again, I will undo it, this task is not on critical path, it has 1 day of reserve, I will put 6, and this task is now suddenly on critical path, but those which were on critical path previously are not on critical path. So critical path is path which determines the length of project, which determine the finish date of project. And once again, if any of tasks in critical path will be late or will have extended duration, the finish date of whole project will have will extend. So this critical path, this finish date depends on those tasks which are on critical path. Now let me show you one more example. I will open new project. Okay, here I'm going here to switch off timeline, and I will say project 1. Okay, and let's say you see where am I recording? So project 1, and let's say that the project started, we are familiar with that from my previous, will start on Monday, 4th of April. First of all, one question. Is it possible that we have a project without critical path? Let me show you. Task 1, okay? 1 day duration, very simple. Task, Gantt chart, let's go to detail Gantt, and we will see that this task is on critical path. Obviously, because if this task will have 2 days duration, the whole project will not be finished on Monday, 4th of April, but it will be finished on Tuesday, 4th of April. Okay, now, that is the answer. My first question is it possible that we have a project without critical path? The answer is no. Every single project has at least one critical path, which brings me to another question, to question number 2. Can we have more than one critical paths in a project? The answer is yes. Okay, let's say that we have task 1, which will have 2 days duration, back to the Gantt chart, okay, 2 days duration, and task 2, which will have 8 days duration. And this is how they are connected. So we can see the whole project duration is 10 days. Let me insert task here, sorry, not deactivating, but insert task here, okay? And let's say that this is summary 1. Okay, now summary 2, and then task 3 and task 4, and task 4, and let's say that task 3 will have duration of, let's say, 4 days, and task 4 of 6 days. Now, let me connect those two tasks as well. Let me put those tasks as, let's call them subtasks under summary tasks. Okay, we have two summary tasks, task 1, task 2, and under summary 2, task 3, task 4. We can also insert some milestone 1 and milestone 2. Milestone 1, which is always 0, okay, let's say 3, and milestone 2, which is 0, okay, and then project 1 done. The final milestone, I will outend them, and I will say this project 1 is done when milestone 1, which is task 4, and milestone 2, which is task 8, will be done. Now, you can see that task 1 is 2 days, task 2 is 8 days, task 3 is 4 days, task 4 is 6 days, and now let's go back to the detail Gantt, which is now here, and you will see that I have one critical path because I forgot to put milestone as 0. Now, these tasks under summary 1 are 10 days long. These tasks under summary 2 are also 10 days long. No matter if the task 1 is 2 days and task 2 8 days and task 3 is 4 and task 4 is 6 days, and they are both on critical path, I can erase this task and I can put summary 3, for example. Summary 3, outend, and I can say task 5, task 6, let me put them here, milestone 3, 0 days, let's say 2 days, 3 days, and now let's say 10, 11. You will automatically see, sorry, here are the successors. So you can see that in detail Gantt, those fields are not the same as in a regular Gantt chart. So here we can see predecessor, so I will put 10 and 11, 10 and 11. But on detail Gantt, we have different fields which are leveling delay, which I am going to talk about in some of my next video, which is duration and successor. So be careful if you are going to rearrange your Gantt chart, your schedule. Here are successors. If you want to have predecessor, add a new column here and predecessor. So you can see here that I have the same as in a Gantt chart. Don't use successors as predecessor because those are not same thing, as you already know. So back to my critical path. The answer on question number 2 is, can we have more than one critical path? The answer is yes. As you can see here, we have 2 critical paths on our project. So every single project has at least one critical path, but they can be multiple critical paths on project. And once again, to conclude the whole story, critical path is path in which if any task on that path is going to be late or its duration is extended, the whole project length is extended and the finish date is also extended. So the project will finish late, okay? Or it will, this finish date will change in a future. So I hope this helps. Thank you very much and have a nice day.